All right, so now it's 4 o'clock, and I want to let everyone know that this will be recorded, and we will share this on our website later. So keep that in mind. And I'm so happy that we have 83 registered attendees for this webinar. It's a really high number for us that we gathered or collected in a week before organizing this. So welcome to AFRY Future Stars info session. This is about the new AFRY Future Stars program that we have just opened for applications the 1st of November this year, so on Tuesday. And I'm so happy that you are here and interested in AFRY. My name is Emma-Lina Kolari, and I work in communications team, country communications team here at AFRY in Finland. And I'm part of the organizing team for this AFRY Future Stars program. Now the slides don't work. Okay, I will try again. Let's check. All right. Perfect. So about AFRY in Finland, so we are 19,000 employees globally, but in Finland we are 2,800 employees. We have offices in around 30 locations in Finland. The southernmost is in Hanko and the northernmost is in Kittilä, Finland. And this year we have 34 Future Stars positions open in different multiple locations, and this is really exceptional amount of locations that we have for this year. So you will see all the locations stated in the job ad if you want to apply for this program. But there are lots of different traineeships offered for you around Finland in different offices, and that is brilliant and a really good year for us. If you have heard something about AFRY Future Stars program, that's really good. But I will go through quickly the whole idea behind this program. So it's for university students or University of Applied Sciences students on their 3rd to 5th year. And we are looking for mostly for students in tech, natural sciences, or business and so forth. And this program lasts for 1 year, and it starts on the 8th of May 2023 and finishes in 2024, almost a year after beginning the program. It consists of summer work and part-time work alongside the studies, and also of 4 training days where all the trainees gather together, and they focus on these topics that have been listed up below, but also mostly on personal development and getting to know AFRY's business and really getting to know what AFRY does, because AFRY is a huge company with very broad expertise, so it doesn't happen in 1 week. The network of AFRY Future Stars trainees consists then of 30 to 40 trainees that you get to know with. And this is a really valuable thing for trainees to kind of get to know with people at the same stage as you, and then also make friends and really reflect the experiences throughout the whole journey at AFRY. For this year, the application round takes place now. So now is the perfect time to apply. The application round opened on Tuesday and will close on Valentine's Day next year. But applicants are interviewed during the application period. So we really recommend you to apply now in the beginning of the application round. It makes it easier for all the recruiting managers and people working with administrative actions at AFRY. About a few words about the open jobs for 2023. So we have 34 open positions available on AFRY website. You can all find them on the website. And there is some language requirements. So the program itself will be run in English. But this year there are many job openings in Finnish, and that is because either the client or the project itself requires some knowledge in Finnish, and that's why some job ads are posted in Finnish. There are job ads in English too, so you should be able to apply to them in English, and there shouldn't be a requirement for Finnish knowledge. That's a really good information to know, so you know that at this stage. A few words about the application process. So first, you need to send the application, and don't forget the resume. It's really important to write that, and if there's a field for motivation letter or other attachments, of course, that's also an extra. Mentioning that you attended this webinar, that could be really good idea to show that you're really interested. Never have to forget those things. I think these are really important to mention at this point. After sending the application, you can relax, and our recruiting managers will go through the applications already during the application period. After that, we will inform you about the application process, if you were chosen or not. And since the interviews are made during the application period, the recruiting manager can contact you already before the closing time. So, well, good advice is to kind of keep on track on the calls and emails during this period of time. Then there's an interview, and after that, hopefully signing the contract. A little bit about the benefits for students at AFRY. So we offer lunch benefits, also sports, massage, and bicycle benefits, and hobby clubs. At AFRY, there are lots of hobby clubs, especially, well, depending on the location of the office, so they vary between the offices. But AFRY employees are really active to kind of organize hobby clubs around Finland. Then we have commuting benefits and morning porridge for cyclists. So that's something that might interest you. Also, together with the sports, massage, and commuting benefit, there's culture benefits. So you can use that part of money to also cultural events or museums or stuff. And then we have, of course, healthcare and insurance for both work and spare time. So now I would like to encourage you to follow us on social media and meet us at the student fairs. We will be present next in Lappeenranta Duuni Day and in Aalto University Aalto Talent Expo. So if you want to have a conversation with us or meet our current Future Stars trainees, please come and say hi and really change thoughts, because that's really important. Next, this is about our organization as a whole, but I will show you quickly who will be here today. So we have representative from infrastructure division, Mary, from architecture. And then we don't have anyone from industrial and digital solutions, because we only have 3 employees here in Finland in that division. But anyhow, it's a division in Finland. Then we have process industries, and Helena and Tuomas will be here talking about their jobs at AFRY in process industries. Then we have energy, where we have Lassi with us, and also from management consulting we have Väinö Vahteristo, who will take over the presentation after. And then we have also AFRY X, but at the moment, as far as I know, we don't have open jobs there, so we didn't invite speakers from that division. But I think that's about me, and you are highly encouraged to send us questions throughout the whole webinar, and we will try to answer them after the speeches. So thank you from my part.
Just a second, I'll be sharing my screen. Here we go. Can you, Emmalina, confirm that I'm doing it correctly?
Yes, perfect. Next slide, please. Change. Yes, perfect. Go ahead,
So,
Mary.
hi everyone, my name is Mariam Heybeti. I'm a second year master's student at Tampere University studying sustainable architecture, and I'm a current AFRY trainee in a Future Star program. My story of joining AFRY is a bit funny. I was in a mentoring program, and in one of the sessions, my mentor suggested me just go and search for the offices in the cities that you're comfortable moving in and work there. So I ended up searching the architectural offices in Vantaa, and I ended up in a first page. I kept reading, and by reading each line, I became more and more excited about imagining myself as a trainee in Future Stars program. It was everything that I wanted to have as a second year student in Finland during my studies. So without any hesitation, before sending my application, I called and talked to one of the section managers asking about their works, their needs, and what they preferred to see in my portfolio and application letter, so I could highlight those things better. I sent the application in November and keep calling them now and then to get updates about my situation till I joined their team with another trainee in May. After almost 7 months of being a part of AFRY family, I cannot articulate how happy and grateful I am to be a part of their team. Not just my manager, but also all the members of the Vantaa AFRY Architect Studio are supportive. They are open to offer their help and their knowledge unconditionally. And the supportive environment is not specific to the division that I work in, but also during the general training session, I received the same support from the organizers and the other trainees in the program. Before joining AFRU, I had a vague idea about my future as an architect, but after several training days, I now have a better understanding of my position in my career path and where it could lead. So, all in all, I feel like a member of a big, diverse family, a community where people value openness and hard work. But one of the things that I realized during my past in AFRU was that many things that I thought I knew really well, it was like in a student world. After joining AFRU, um, I realized, like for instance, one of the software we work a lot with was Revit, and we use it in a total different way in Office. So those are the things that I hope I could develop during my um, training process in AFRU, and also the other architectural software that we use a lot, which is AutoCAD. If you go to the other slide, it would be better, please. Thank you so much. And the other thing that I realized, it's like BIM system that is now really deep, really focused on an architectural world or construction world. People try to develop their offices actually try to develop their works based on that. And as a international student in Finland, I don't have the understanding of national regulations. And this is one of the things that I think every international student should try to develop to not understand how the legislation and regulation works in their fields in Finnish like a, let's say, system. And that was my story in AFRU. So now I guess it's time to hear more about Lass's story in AFRU. Thank you.
Okay. Hi guys, my name is Lassi Mäkelä and I'm a first year master's student from Aalto University. I also did my bachelor's degree here in Aalto University in the Energy and Environmental Engineering program. And now I have moved on to the Sustainable Energy Conversion Processes, which is under the Advanced Energy Solutions master's program. And this is my fifth year of studies, but first year in master. So I took a little bit more time in my bachelor. So no worries with that. Um, and I've also been here in Otaniemi very active in different student associations and also in the student life in general. And I applied to this program, this Future Stars program, quite late actually in I think it was maybe in February, but still I managed to get a position here. So it's never too late, but I recommend applying a bit earlier. And then I started this year as Future Stars training in May. And could I have the next slide, please? So more about my experience here as a Future Stars trainee in my team. My main task have been the wind measurements, which because I'm in the wind power, solar power, and new energy systems team, and there I'm more working with the wind measurements, and that includes analyzing, monitoring, and reporting the data that we get from the measurements. Also, I've been able to get involved in other interesting projects and do some research for offers that we have sent to different clients. And I found out about this Future Stars program by these kind of events and marketing last year through our guild in here in Otaniemi. And from these 40 Future Stars, about 40 Future Stars that started this year, 5 of them started in the energy sector, if I remember correctly. I might be wrong in that, but still. I think these training days, which are part of this program, have been very informative and has been very good to know the culture of AFRY and the ways we work here from the start very well. And maybe the best thing about these training days has been that I've been making new friends here and expanding my network. And I've liked this program very much so far because the program is built to take into account your studies. So you don't have to fear that how can you balance work and studies. Everybody already, at least what I've heard and seen, knows that studies are important for us students, and this whole program is meant to combine those two and not to put too much pressure for you in the work part of your life. And also, at least my manager has always been eager to hear what I want to develop myself and what do I want to learn new things, and I think that's a very great mentality towards trainees. And I think it has been quite easy to arrange work alongside studies, at least at the moment. And I expect to learn a lot more useful softwares and a lot more new information about my industry and getting involved in new projects. Next slide, please. I decided to mention skills that I've needed, some of the main ones in my work so far. So Python and coding in general has been quite a big part in my my work here at AFRY at the moment, and also Excel and Excel wizardry. And then also, of course, problem solving and analytics skills, and being quite punctuous because of handling data. And also communication skills with customers and partners is always important, and in a consultant job you have to do that quite a lot. Skills that I want to work in the future, and which I'm sure I will, is like new softwares like WinPro, simulations, maybe to jump into a little bit Power to X projects and offshore wind projects. And that's about it from my part. Thank you very much.
Yes, hello, my name is Väinö Vahteristo, and welcome all from my side also. I'm currently working at AFRY Management Consulting Division, as a current AFRY Future Stars trainee. Started also, as well as Lassi, this year's program. I joined AFRY at May 22 this year, and I work at the biorefining team at the Vantaa office in Finland. I'll tell you a little bit more about what our team does in a moment. I'm still studying. I study at University of Helsinki forestry and more precisely forest economics. I'm finishing my master's studies in this year, or let's say maybe next summer, somewhere there. And well, I just started my master's thesis, also finishing a couple last courses and starting my thesis. So that's about the current situation. Can we move on? Thank you. A little bit about my experiences of the program. First of all, I feel like the whole Future Stars program has been more like a little bit of separate thing from the actual normal day-to-day work, for me at least. It has been kind of this supportive and kind of guiding element of the whole work. We have these training days every now and then, maybe every couple of months, and there we have topics like personal time management and finding your strengths and how to use them in your day-to-day work. And that has been, for me at least, very kind of supportive and helpful when it comes to work that is actually rather challenging. The work itself, which is the normal day-to-day work, is well, it's been challenging and interesting at the same time. At management consulting, the projects they vary a lot from each other, and also change in rather quick time span also. But what they have been mainly like market researches, analysis, and price forecasting, and different kind of competitiveness assessments and research and also due diligence projects. And well, I've been involved in many different projects, and well, it has been very teaching, to say the least. Our clients and the kind of topics that our projects kind of work around are in the bioindustry field. They come from the team name, the biorefining team, such as pulp and paper industry and packaging and bioenergy, and also which is very close to me, is the novel bioproducts topic also. And I mentioned I've just started the master's thesis, and I've been kind of lucky in that sense that I've been able to start it and kind of start the project with AFRY with the thesis. So I managed to find right topic that matched for me and for AFRY and for the university also. So kind of lucky in that sense, but kind of wanted to raise that up, because there's also chance for anybody who starts in the program to be able to do their thesis for AFRY. And as I said, it's just the beginning phase of the whole project, but at least there's been a very kind of supportive and helpful atmosphere as long as we've been working with it. Yeah, next slide, please. Here I wanted to present a little bit about what could be the very generalistic idea of the work we do. We don't have any of those fancy programs and coding or anything like that in our work, but rather very probably common and well-known programs for everyone, like Excel and PowerPoint. The idea is here that our work in general is collecting data and looking for information and kind of forming some kind of picture of it by assessing and managing the data and information, and kind of trying to draw a bigger picture and kind of create understanding of what is there in the information and the data. And after that's done, a very important part is to how to present it, because most of our projects and kind of the final reports we give to the clients are in PowerPoint mode or some other report form, and there's very important to kind of present the information in a way that another person who hasn't got that insight that you might have, or the consulting team might have, could understand the idea and the actual meaning of the information that we gathered, and you know, after that also kind of use it in their advance to make future decisions. Yeah, I think that's all from me. Thank you.
So, hello from my side as well. I'm Helena, and I've also been part of the AFRY Future Stars program. I was in it in 2021, and I did it in the infrastructure division, referring back to the figure that Emma-Lena showed before. I was working in this water services team related to mainly urban runoff planning for municipal clients. Fast forwarding today, I'm still working at AFRY, but in different divisions. So now I work in the process industries division, and more precisely in the pulp process engineering team. So referring to the trainee program, it's a great platform for also opening employment opportunities here at AFRY, and even in like different divisions. So I got help from my previous manager with you know, changing the place for work. Like she introduced me to my current team lead, and I didn't have to do any like application process. I got directly into the interview, so that's kind of something to mention. And my background is that I have a master's degree in water and environmental engineering and a minor in chemical and process engineering. I think we can go to the next slide and briefly about my experiences of the Future Stars program. So I like the fact that I was thrown quite quickly into like customer projects, really like learning by doing and gaining responsibility from early on. That really motivates quite well to learn new things. And I like that the working style was quite independent. I was given like a time and independent responsibilities. And however, there's always help available when you need it. But I feel like this is a good, like the program teached an active working style, because you really need to reach out for the help when you need it and be active on your side, communicating to your colleagues and to clients as well. And like I already mentioned, the program opens employment opportunities at AFRY, at my case, even in different divisions. So again, like being active on your side, like if you notice during the program, because you're being introduced also to other divisions and other roles, that something else might interest you, just you know, raise it up and be active on that side, so it might lead somewhere. I think, yeah, we can go to the next slide here. Well, I can still briefly say like what is something I'm currently still wanting to work on. So always, because it's a project work that we do in AFRY, just project time management and predicting the project hours and regard work is a very valuable skill, as well as communication and teamwork with both the customers and your team colleagues. And then there's
these more technical skills. I would like to acquire still, so learning AutoCAD and understanding a bit more about the pulp production. But I think we can move on to Tuomas because we're running a bit late in the schedule.
Okay. Thank you very much. Let me check if I can see the slides working. Yeah. So, okay. So, hello and welcome from my side as well. I'm Tuomas Leiden. I'm a data analyst from Process Industry Division from department called Smart Site. And yes, I was also AFRY Future Stars program. I started in 2019, graduated in 2021 from there. By then it was called Pöyry Stars program, as OF and Pöyry had not yet integrated at the time. Then I started in global IT, and because the center of mass of data analytics and business intelligence was in IT by that at the time. And then after 2020, this kind of smart site department was founded. It was founded by my Future Stars mentor, which then became my manager as I swapped from IT into smart site as well. And I studied in Aalto University in 2016 to 2021. I studied engineering, physics, and mathematics, and my master's program, my major was applied mathematics. So yeah, I decided to apply to the program when I found the announcement, the recruiting announcement from LinkedIn. It was I think if I remember correctly, it was the last day of application period. So I was pretty lucky that I got found the announcement. And by the time there was you couldn't apply to a specific department. You sent an open letter to Pöyry, and then they checked that if you were suitable for specific team, and then you were asked for interview. By the time at the time I was found suitable in IT and their business intelligence and data analytics team. Also, I started then with 20-something other new stars, and also those events that were held, where I think they're now also held pretty much face to face as well, but it was I think there was a little a time where the events were arranged remotely. And yeah, like I said, my current manager was my stars mentor earlier, and when I moved from IT to smart side, he became my manager. What I liked in training days that were arranged during the stars program, I liked these face-to-face meetings because we were introduced a lot of experts, and they told us they gave us different tasks to go through with our team members. Also we get different kind of trips into different fields. My future expectations, well, we do pretty much analytical to our clients. We do analytical products, which are like softwares or kind of analysis for about their processes or project itself. So that's something we are pretty good at working with. And my future expectations in AFRY is this, that we get more analytical maturity in our working ways, so that we are doing a lot of work in this way that works to serves the company with data and the experiments made from those. But of course, when everything is automized after the day, we need also increase in soft skills in leadership, which means emotional intelligence, empathy, that kind of stuff. So yeah, skills I want to work on in future. This kind of coding and programming languages is pretty much everyday work for us, and working with data structures and also a different project that uses data warehousing, stuff like that. We're doing that pretty much. So Azure and DevOps is already pretty familiar to us, but it's something that I would like to work on. And then apart from that, I like the analytical decision process that I already mentioned a little bit earlier. And with this comes the agile work way, which is the way of managing projects that deals with data and analytics. And model ops is the one buzzword inside those agile projects that use different data modeling and software developing. But then also statistical skills, data literature skills are the ones that is like a never-ending process for me. And also because we're working kind of like a little bit interpreter between IT and process engineering, we really need communication skills, that we are able to speak the both languages during the projects. That was my introduction. Hope I didn't go over time. I guess I did, but
No worries.
I guess it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you from my side.
Thank you so much, everyone. I think we have received so many good questions, and now we can answer all of them. I tried answering them in the chat already, but Mary, did you have something to say about the latest question?
Yeah, I saw something about diversity in the AFRY and how much diverse it could be because most of the 10 speakers are Finnish. I wanted to mention that it really depends on the division that you work in. In some division, there is more diversity and you can see different people from different backgrounds. In some division, it's more Finnish people working in that section. But as a non-Finn and as a person that is with almost zero knowledge of Finnish, I was able to join AFRY and I'm getting the support that I should equally as other Finns. So I guess the diversity is embedded in the company in my eyes and with my experience. So that was what I wanted to share with those who are worried about it a bit.
Thank you so much. And I will offer you the exact percentage if you are interested in that. So I wrote my email there. At the moment, I don't have access to that information. I'm so sorry for that. About the financial compensation question, is the salary based on the study points? Yes. And that will be reviewed in the beginning of the Future Stars program, or when signing the contract. And is it going to progress if a student graduates during the Future Stars program? I'm not 100% sure of that, but I will ask and maybe get back to you if if you leave your contact to me, then I can check that. And if I have already 2 trips planned in May 2023 and 2 weeks in the summer, is it still wise to apply and adjust the schedule with the manager? No, it really depends on the manager and the team that you will be recruited to, but there are lots of students that even alongside the studies, if they are having like really busy exam weeks or some other things going on in their life, they can always work less and have weeks without any work. So it's really up to you and you to discuss with the manager. And I would say, as our speakers here mentioned already, that the managers are advised to be flexible with the students, because we know that student life itself is not very it's not the least stressful life phase, I would say. So that's something to carry in mind, that we have advised the managers to be flexible, and as far as I know, they have been that, so that's really important.
I could also add that I had also 2 weeks summer trip in the past summer now, and it was all arranged with the manager that I was able to go for those trips. So you have to just arrange it and speak with the manager, and everything will be okay.
Yeah, definitely. And we also have one STARS trainee who started last May but went on exchange this fall. So that's also possible, if only that's discussed with the manager before taking that decision. But I think that's those are really good examples on how managers work at AFRY. So good to know. Is there anything else that you would like to ask at this point? Or did I miss somebody's question? Aha. Can I apply to the program if I have only a couple of courses left and master thesis would be relevant for me already in the beginning of the program? I think there are some future stars that have started together with part-time work and then with the thesis. So I think that's totally fine. But the only thing is that if your topic of the thesis meets with the requirements or the demand of the team, so I would say that has to be discussed early, and that you fully agree with the whole process with the manager. So that's really good to have a conversation about already in the application phase. Do we have trainee positions for electric transportation systems? I think you need to check that all the job ads separated, but I mean, I wouldn't doubt that I don't say that there won't be anything for you. There might be, but I'm not quite sure because they just opened them in a couple of days ago. So we have to check that separated. Question. Did the student that left for student exchange during the Future Stars program work during the exchange remotely or at all? I cannot comment on that individual.
I know him personally, and he's doing part-time also from the exchange, and he's also starting his master's thesis there.
Okay, that sounds really good. So we apply for AFRY or for Search and Manage. You apply directly on the AFRY's webpage, and the webpage has a recruiting system integrated in the webpage, and the managers have access to the recruiting system. So you apply for AFRY, but you will be in contact with the managers later because they are in charge of the recruitment.
Yeah, and the thing for me was like, if I may, sorry, Malina,
Yeah, sure.
that's to add up, it was that when I saw the kind of announcement for the open position, there was some contact information for the section managers who were working, who were responsible for recruiting. So there was like advice, if you have further question, you can call these people. That was why I was able to call them and ask the questions. And so I don't know how it works for other sections, but at least in the year that I was applying and in my division, there was some contact information in the announcements itself.
Yeah, definitely. And I have seen, I think I've seen in every job announcement that we have posted that there is a contact person and the number of the recruiting manager or the email. So you will see the contact there. How to custom our portfolio and resume, like Mary mentioned. Mary, would you like to take that?
Maybe that's again there's some like for me was I had many mentoring program in my first year in Finland because I really wanted to find a job. So I get the main help from those main mentoring program, and the other thing was our university, Tampere University, offered some like career consulting sessions. I adjust my portfolio or my application by their guidance, and in some cases I ask for the professors in the university or the other I forgot the name, other like oh my goodness, my English is now okay. Those who are working in the university but they're below the professors.
Lecturer maybe.
Yeah, sorry.
No worries.
I asked for help from those lecturers to kind of review my application letter or portfolio and share their thoughts, because at least in my field, portfolios or the works are really based on the region you study in, and it's good to ask for the native's opinion how your portfolio or your application should look, or what is the proper voice in the region that you're applying in. So that's something that I could say.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, good advice. And always use all the possible guidance that you have available everywhere in student fairs, for CV pictures to CV checks, motivation letter checks, and so on. Is it okay to apply to more than one positions if they seem to fit? Yeah, sorry for not telling that. It is definitely okay, and you should definitely do that. And yeah, last year and even the year before, I know that there has been job openings, like a certain amount of job openings, and even more people that have been recruited to the program. So it might happen that there might be like, if there are two really good candidates and a team really needs new members, then they might even recruit two. So they're flexible. I would like to ask participants of Future Stars program, are you happy with your decision to join AFRY? Was it useful for your skills? Well, I think you all can take that.
Yeah, I can start. I can genuinely say that I really am happy because, well, I work at management consulting, and I was doing kind of a job kind of like that before I joined here, and I felt like the topic in itself, the bio industry, and the kind of skills I had developed myself before joining here came really in use when I joined here, and everything has been challenging, but still I felt the whole time that I've been kind of supported, so I've been really happy at least.
Same goes with me. I was like, I'm in a very supportive environment, and I'm really happy of being here because I've been through lots of tough times over this 7 months, and everybody here was so supportive of my situation, and they helped me to survive those conditions actually in a way. So I feel like being a part of a family. So I'm really happy, and I guess do not hesitate and apply because you're entering a very good community if you got accepted.
I can also say for my sake that I'm also very happy that I applied for this and that I've been able to get this position, and I've learned so much new things, and this has really inspired me to work in my field and more in wind power in the future also, and I've gained a lot of experience that I wouldn't have gained anywhere else. This a very like wholesome kind of experience.
I can agree with you all. It's pretty much there's not many companies that offer this kind of programs where you learn and you get to the by step you get any more difficult work and get more responsibility, but still get supported on that. I forgot what I had to say, but that was pretty much all.
Yeah, and I would like to add that recent years we have received some questions about how good the applicants should be or what the average of their the, what their course averages should be and so on, but that's not the point. I think the point is to have a great attitude towards learning new things and being interested in this field that we work on. So that's the most important thing when applying to AFRY. We are not like, of course, we are looking for the top applicants, but also the top applicants in the way of how they behave and the attitude and really like the eagerness to learn new things and develop themselves. So that's really important too. So if you have that drive, please write it in the motivation letter. And do we offer any training courses for students, like online courses to boost the student profile for a job? Not yet, but that's a good idea. Maybe we could try that at some point. I think we have a global job application guide, so I can actually link it here. That may give you some advice at this point. But in the student fairs itself, if you are somewhere in the university, so University of Applied Sciences, and you come to AFRY stand, you can always ask advice to your application letter. There's nothing that, no reason why I would really refuse to review that once more. Yeah, but I think that's about it. And I really thank you all for participating in this session. And I've posted my email there. So if you feel like you have any questions later on, you can always ask, and I will try to collect all the right answers for you. But I feel like we have covered the most important topics here, and I really encourage you to apply now, because now is the best time to apply and you have the best chances to get a job for beginning in May 2023. So thank you for your time, and thank you all our amazing colleagues that joined the session.
Thank you all.
Thank you all.
And good luck for your applications.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you.
good luck.
Thank you.